indeed delighted that Standard & Poor, the international rating agency, has upgraded India's sovereign rating from stable to positive after 14 years, largely due to the successful implementation of several measures over the last 10 years, where India has moved from a fragile 5 economy to the world's fastest growing large economy amongst the top 5 in the world. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has in 10 years brought inclusive and sustainable development to the nation. Throughout the country today, we see a sense of optimism, a confidence never seen before, a self-respect and a can-do spirit that India aspires to be a world power and is working towards becoming one. We have seen over the last 10 years a country moving out of very weak fundamentals with high inflation, high interest rates, low levels of growth, low foreign currency reserves, and a sense of despondency which prevailed in 2014, changing to a country with very strong macroeconomic fundamentals. Our foreign exchange reserves at $650 billion are the highest ever. Inflation over the last 10 years has been modest, currently at about 4.5%. We have seen interest rates come down consistently. We have observed how through very, very focused efforts, the Honorable Prime Minister has increased our international trade contribution. We are today having nearly $776 billion of exports from India. We have low fiscal deficits continuously on the decline. We have in the country high interest rates back to the levels that prevailed in the days of Mr. Vajpayee at about 8%. We are currently the driver of global growth. We are currently recognized as the country which will over the next 25 years in the Amrit Kal become a developed nation by 2047. Every Indian today feels a sense of pride in his country, and I have no doubt in my mind that the next 5 years under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's able leadership and with a decisive government focusing on eliminating corruption in the country, focusing on taking growth to the last man at the bottom of the pyramid, focusing on improving the lives of the common man in India, ease of doing business, ease of living, and ensuring that India remains amongst the top countries in the world. We find a rightful place in the Committee of Nations. I believe Standard & Poor's re-rating India to positive from stable is a rightful comment and a rightful recognition on Prime Minister Modi's effective and astute management of the economy. Modinomics works. Modinomics is successful.
Undoubtedly, it's a big good omen, and big good omen for Prime Minister, for the country, for the economy. And the reasons they've put out more than clearly explains why an economy needs a visionary leadership. A leadership which takes care of inclusion, brings everybody who requires that hand-holding and empowerment, and at the same time keeping fiscal prudence, making sure that expenditure goes for asset creation and not for revenue expenditure, which is expenditure or money given for not asset creating expenditure but consumption expenditure, which sometimes can be good, but it cannot be to that scale as you would want. So the consistent emphasis of the Prime Minister that we should spend money in building infrastructure, putting more money for that, and ensuring quality expenditure happens. You've given money and you don't care how it is getting completed. So it has so many different governance message. And these are not my explanations. S&P themselves have said as a justification to why they have changed the grade, and also have shown that in the next 24 months, every chance of us being given a better grade.